With a 14-year runtime, Terraria is bound to have some unexplained mysteries. It's nothing like Minecraft though, with its random cave noises and Easter eggs like Disc 11 or even Herobrine. But that doesn't mean it has a shortage of unexplained mysteries. If you look hard enough and dig deep enough, you'll most likely find something unnerving. So grab your shine potions and let's dive below the surface and discuss 3 unexplained mysteries in Terraria. Number 1. The Dungeon's Curse. We all know the dungeon is cursed. It's even told to us directly by the old man outside the dungeon. But something we don't know is exactly how it got cursed. The dungeon was cursed long ago, long enough for all of its inhabitants to be long dead, flesh falling from bone. A curse forced all of its inhabitants to go mad, living beyond the point where their bodies rotted away. They were cursed while still alive. It's easy to assume that Skeletron is what cursed the dungeon, which in the official Terraria lore it's revealed to be the skeleton of Cthulhu. But Skeletron is only able to take form from the death of the old man, who was cursed by the lunatic cultist. And again, the dungeon was cursed long ago, along with its inhabitants. But the old man is a couple decades old at most. It's easy to assume you know the answer. It's easy to assume Skeletron cursed the dungeon. But when you really think about it, the timeline doesn't add up. We don't know how the dungeon really got cursed, and it's unlikely we ever will. Number 2. The Ninja. I'm going to start this one with a clip of one of my previous videos. Bone Lee. Bone Lee's entry reads, "It's said that centuries ago, there was once a clan of ninjas that hid in the shadows of the world. It seems they are long dead now." My theory is that the ninja trapped inside King Slime is potentially centuries old, just like Bone Lee in the dungeon. I believe the ninja we see trapped in King Slime is the last remaining living version of Bone Lee. It gets more terrifying when you start to think of where King Slime spawns. He can only naturally spawn in the outer parts of the world, exactly where we find the dungeon. Exactly where we find Bone Lee. The ninja we see could have gotten trapped centuries ago, even before the dungeon was cursed. Alas, the ninja seems to be killed upon King Slime's defeat, so we can't actually talk to him. The only clue we have to the ninja and his origin is that according to Redigit, Terraria's creator, the guide is the ninja's brother. And we now know that the guide is the Wall of Flesh, a being of immense power. This only leaves us with more questions than answers. If the guide is the Wall of Flesh, what kind of secrets does the ninja hide? Number 3. The Traveling Merchant's Methods. We all know the Traveling Merchant. He visits your world at random and sells various rare items. Before we get to the unexplained part, I want to point out something he says while in the graveyard biome. Phew, look at my many wares. I totally did not take them off the dead buried here to sell to you. Without even discussing the mystery behind him, we can already see how awful his business practices are. He's literally a grave robber. But back to the question at hand. How does he get his wares? With items like the Zappinator and especially the Companion Cube, how exactly does he get a hold of them? It implies that the Traveling Merchant somehow made his way to Aperture Science and on top of that got his hands on a Companion Cube. And when you take into account his message that says, "I sell wares from places that might not even exist," it only adds to the mystery of how he got these items. And just like the previous entries on this list, it'll most likely never get an answer. And that's the end of the video. I'm going to try to work on more videos kind of like this, so stay tuned if that interests you. I post new videos every Monday through Friday, so if you enjoyed and want to see more, please let me know down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video again, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.